If this book exists, you're in the wrong universe. Sunday, August 21st, 9:49 a.m. Marshmallows. Hunger at 98%. John greeted me at the gate with, "Is this one Amy?" Then to her said, "Sorry, you've been gone so long and Dave has gotten so much poontang these last 2 weeks, I wasn't sure which one you were. The Impala's like catnip. Been a lot of redheads." "No time for your wonderful jokes," Amy replied. "We've got a potentially serious haunted toy situation here." I said, "It appears this may already be a Category H situation." John's eyes went wide. Oh shit, who? Note, the H in Category H stood for, "Holy shit, someone has actually died from this. Are we absolutely sure nobody else can handle it?" A Category H, as you can imagine, can go from curiosity to crisis real fast. Amy said, "They had another daughter. Died last year. We'll circle back to it later. Has the toy done anything unusual?" "Not that I can detect." John whipped out his phone. "The mobile game says we're supposed to feed it 20 marshmallows." Amy peered over and said, "Look at the marshmallow icon. See how the shadow at the bottom?" "Yeah, it makes it look like a tooth," said John. "I noticed that." He showed me the phone. I squinted at it and said, "I guess. Kind of." We passed through John's kitchen and into the garage. The plastic egg was on the floor. Inside John's supposedly bulletproof glass case. About 10 feet away was a camera on a tripod. I assume he had invited gold tier viewers to sit through the night and see if the haunted object did anything interesting. Amy said, "Can I pair my phone with the toy? Like, can we co-parent the magpie so I can monitor its hunger too?" "Yeah, I just have to send you an invite. Here." He was interrupted by a tiny speaker on the toy making a sound like a mewling baby or animal, begging to be fed. Jesus, does it just do that until the kid finally gives in? How is that legal? I said, "Okay, I can't handle that noise. Do you have 20 imaginary marshmallows to feed the thing?" John messed with the phone. "There's a little puzzle game you can play to earn them. I tinkered with it last night, and I have, let me see, 840 marshmallows. But that's not really what it wants, right? Do you have the teeth?" "They're in the house, but this is decision time, isn't it? Whether or not we really feed this thing human tissue?" "Well," said Amy, thinking it over, "I assume feeding it the marshmallows in the app won't affect anything. We can at least make that terrible noise stop." John tapped the screen, and then the toy played a sound of an obnoxious baby voice saying, "Yummy! Thank you, Mommy! I love you!" Man, the stuff kids like today is just absolute trash. We studied the egg, which showed no change. There were zigzag slits along the sides, where one day it would crack itself open and let the offspring out. If I'd gotten one of these as a kid, I'd have just pried it open with a screwdriver. Amy said, "So I think the next step is to try feeding it one tooth. Observe what it does." "Well, how close does that bring us to the end?" I asked. "Does the app imply the magpie's on the verge of hatching? Are the teeth the final step?" "No," said John. "There's a bunch of feedings and other stuff still to go. They don't make it that easy." Amy nodded. "So there shouldn't be much risk in giving it one—" She was cut off by a howl that split the air. All three of us clutched our ears. It was a noise like a beast the size of a planet had accidentally stuck its dick into the sun. The magpie, it was clear, was still hungry. Amy, yelling to be heard, said, "Where are the teeth?" "Locked in my gun safe, in my bedroom," shouted John. "I didn't know if something was going to come to life and crawl out of there looking for a snack. Want me to get them?" "No," I shouted as the noise drilled through my skull. "Let's fucking destroy it." Amy said, "Wait, I think we should—" And then she blinked across the room. She hadn't actually taken any steps or moved her body in any way. In mid-word, she had just suddenly vanished and reappeared about 8 feet away, now standing near the door to the kitchen. John had also moved, though not as much. He was a few feet closer to the glass cube than he had been. I was in roughly the same spot, but I was now holding an empty plastic bag, the interior smeared with dried blood. The garage was dead silent. The shrieking from the egg, or the magpie inside it, had stopped.